Hi, my name is Jenny Dillon, and I am a senior at Louisiana State University in Baton Rouge. When I first learned about TED Talks, it was by an advertising professor at my school. My professor would show weekly TED Talks to the class, and we would discuss it. We would talk about why we liked the TED Talks, what we liked about it, what we didn't like, if we disagreed with it, and it really sparked a lot of debate in the class, and it made it a lot more interesting, actually. But I found TED Talks really fascinating because I had never seen this before. Here was a website where people could just simply talk about their ideas, and it wasn't politically motivated. It felt like a neutral ground. Anyone could just come in, and the audience already has an open mind to hear what you have to say. And I really think that's a cool, very productive way to get ideas to be spread. And so I've always been fascinated by TED Talks, and after the class, I further explored TED Talks. I would go online and watch videos, and I just discovered a whole spectrum of topics that I would have never been exposed to by any other media platform. I mean, I went from debates about origins of the universe to OCD disorders in dogs, and so that's something that I feel like I would have never gotten anywhere else. And so this really became a passion of mine, and I felt that this was very important to watch TED Talks because it was information. And especially for me as an advertising major, I was learning insights. I was learning about different industries and the way people felt and their stories. And so it was very resourceful for me, and so much so I made it a goal of mine that every morning run that I had every day, instead of listening to music while I was running, I would listen to 3 or 4 TED Talks. And this really woke up my mind for the day, and I crammed as much as I could about the world into that time frame that I was working out. And I felt like it's made such a huge difference for me because I'm aware of what's going on. I'm aware of, different issues that I would have never have been exposed to anywhere else. And another thing that I really like about TED Talks is that I'm a very face-to-face person. Okay, and so when I read a black and white article, that's one thing. You do care about articles, but when you see somebody come up and talk about what they care about, you see it in their faces, they get passionate, they get angry, that just takes their story to a whole other level, and it makes me care even more when you get to see people get passionate, and I don't think any other place can do that. And so I always thought that I would always just be a viewer of TED, until actually this summer I discovered that I have a story of my own that I wish to share. Like I said in my essays above, I had an art professor make a comment to me about my major, which was in advertising. And I had always known that people didn't like advertising. I'm pretty sure everyone does, but I didn't realize how bad it was. And it really set a red flag for me because, hey, I'm going to be majoring in this, and I'm already seeing a problem. People don't like advertising. So how can I fix this? It seems to be going on for so long. How can we fix the way people think about advertising? And so this inspired me to create a presentation of my own. And I actually presented it to an internship I had done over the summer at an ad agency called the Richards Group. And I even used one of my favorite TED Talks, Simon Sinek's Starting with the Why, as part of my solution to help the advertising industry. And if you want to see my actual presentation, I've got the link posted here. But because of the great reviews that I received from my presentation, I felt like TED Talks was kind of okay on my eyesight. Like, if I can present at this agency, maybe this would be something interesting for TED Talks. And so I knew that TED came to LSU. And so as soon as I had finished up my presentation, I had my sights on applying for TED Talks this year. So I'm very passionate about this topic. I would love to reach out to people, and I think that especially in a college setting, an academic setting, you have probably students who are new to advertising, new to marketing as I was, and they probably didn't realize this problem too. So I think it's the perfect setting for me to introduce this discussion and bring it to people's attention. So that's kind of what I'm passionate about, and I wanted to thank you for allowing me to talk a little bit about myself and for you to get to know a little bit about me. But thank you again. My name is Jenny Dillon. Thank you.